Hello, this is Anna Laura of AnnaLauraBrown.com, and in this video I'm going to talk with you about how to survive your first 30 days on a gluten-free diet. So if you are just now getting started going gluten-free, or maybe you've been told that you need to go gluten-free but you just haven't started yet, you've probably discovered that it's a little bit harder than what you thought it was going to be, and that the first 30 days can be really tough. So I want to say, and I will mention it more at the end of this video, that I do have a program called 30 Days to Gluten-Free Success that you can buy. That's a self-study course. It's really inexpensive, and I will include the link below this video for that course. And in the meantime, though, let me give you a couple of tips on how to survive your first 30 days on a gluten-free diet. So reason number one: know your why and make it a strong one. In other words, you need to know really why it is that you're going gluten-free. Now, if you've been diagnosed with celiac, then, that's got to be the number one why right there. However, you may not be celiac. Maybe you're having other food allergies. Maybe you are, excuse me there. Maybe you are struggling with some other kind of an autoimmune disease like Hashimoto's. That was part of the reason that I had to go gluten-free. Or, maybe you have some other kind of an autoimmune disease, or there's just some other reason why you need to go gluten-free. So you need to know exactly why it is and make it really strong and be really committed to making it happen, because otherwise you're just going to give up when the going gets tough. Number two, know that it will be hard at first, but you can do it. So I would say, even though this video is about surviving the first 30 days gluten-free, I would say the first 7 days are the toughest. And this goes for anything else other than just even gluten-free. Things like going sugar-free or having to give up dairy products or anything related to changing your health and wellness and your lifestyle. The first 7 days is going to be the toughest, but it takes about 30 days to really develop that habit and to be able to say, hey, I can continue doing this for several months or even years into the future. Number three is you've got to inform anyone that you live with and anybody that you spend a lot of time with about what it is you're doing it and why you're doing it. Especially in today's day and age, unfortunately, gluten-free has become a little bit of a fad thing, and some people just go gluten-free because they think they need to lose weight or because they just think it's healthier without really any backing behind why it is that they are going gluten-free. And because of that, it can create a lot of resistance with friends and family, people that you live with, roommates, spouses, children, that kind of thing. So it's really important that you really do a good job of communicating the why behind the gluten-free change as well as the what, and really ask for them to support you. Okay, number four, research menus at restaurants you go to often and figure out if you can still eat there and what you will eat when you are there. So, for some people, like I don't eat out a whole lot, so this for me wasn't a big deal. But some people do eat out a lot, and so you're really going to want to research ahead of time and find out, what kind of changes will you need to make. So, for example, Cafe Rio, which is a really popular Mexican restaurant here in Utah, literally has no gluten-free food except for their lettuce. And I'm not sure the reasoning behind that, but there's even gluten in their rice, which, if you ask me, just seems kind of ridiculous. And so that used to be a place that my family and I used to eat quite a bit at, and I obviously can't eat there anymore at all because they literally don't have anything there for me to eat. So you need to, realize that you may have to make adjustments in that area and to do the research and figure out what's going to go on in that aspect of your life before you're sitting at the restaurant and trying to figure out what to order. Okay, number five is to create a gluten-free meal plan, and I have a lot of other blog posts on that, and we'll even be doing some more in the future, and we'll link to some in this post with this video. And basically, the main reason you want to do that is you want to get in the habit anyway of planning out your meals, but when you're gluten-free, it's even more important. So, you want to figure out what do you need to buy at the store, what are you going to eat each day, and just be well prepared and have a good plan for your meals for especially the first 30 days gluten-free. After that, you'll start to get to the point that you may not need a gluten-free meal plan as much, but you still are definitely going to want one the first 30 days. And like I said, I'll link to some more resources that will give you more details about how to do that. Number six, do some research as to what the best gluten-free foods are and how to prepare them. So again, I'll link to another post with a book that I found and absolutely love called the 101 Best Gluten-Free Foods. But you really want to do this as part of your gluten-free meal plan. Become familiar with what some of the best options are for gluten-free healthy living. Obviously, fruits and vegetables are a big one, and I have news for you. If you're not somebody that's eaten a lot of fruits and vegetables in the past, you're going to have to start changing that. When you go gluten-free, that is just the reality of what you're going to have to do. And so, you just want to become familiar with what your options out there are, so that will assist you more in your gluten-free meal planning. Okay, number 7, find an accountability partner. And ideally, you want this to be somebody who's already gluten-free and who has done it for at least a few months. If you pick somebody who either isn't gluten-free or who is just now starting to go gluten-free just like you are, you're going to have a lot harder time with that. And really, this is something you don't want to skip. When I first did it, I actually didn't get an accountability partner, and I really wish I had. And there are different ways to find one. I would say one of the best ways would be to post on your Facebook or go search for Facebook groups that talk about gluten-free, online forums, maybe even see if there's a gluten-free support group in your area that you can join. In other words, get the support and accountability that you need to make it happen. And as a health coach, obviously I can help you with that as well, so you can reach out to me if you would like some help and assistance, something that I specialize in doing. So anyhow, hopefully you found these tips helpful, and let me just repeat them back. Number 1, know your why and make it a strong one. Number 2, know that it will be hard at first, but you can do it. Number 3, inform anyone you live with what you are doing and why, as well as anyone you spend a lot of time with. Number 4, research menus at restaurants you go to often and figure out if you can still eat there and what you will eat when you are there. Number 5, create a gluten-free meal plan. Number 6, do some research as to the best gluten-free foods and how to prepare them. And number 7, find an accountability partner, ideally someone who is already gluten-free and who has been gluten-free for at least a few months. So then, like I said, if you want additional support, you'll want to go to annalaurabrown.com/30 days to gluten-free, and you will find the link below this video for my 30 days to gluten-free success program. Thanks for watching, take care, and have a great day.